Welcome to Millennium Computer's fast online tutorials for journal vouchers. Our journal voucher, or JV for short, is an online document that allows you to transfer financial funds between your general ledger accounts. This session explains how to create a header record in the fast journal voucher application, including the different types of JV documents you can use. There are two ways to open a new journal voucher document. From the menu, you can click Documents and then New, or you can use the Quick Launch menu and click just once to open a new JV document. You can add the header information for the journal voucher document. For more information about JVs, click the Context-Sensitive Help icon. You can leave the document field blank and the system will assign one after you click Create Document. You also have the option to type your own number, but do not use any spaces. For the purposes of this tutorial, I will leave it blank. Today's date is automatically inserted, however there are other ways to add the date. I am going to go ahead and remove the date. The first option is to select a date from the calendar. The second option is to type the date. And the third option is to use the shortcut keys. Hover the mouse over the date field to open a pop-up of the shortcut keys. Pressing the spacebar is a shortcut to use for today's date, and that is what I am going to do. There are three different types of journal vouchers. Single, which is the basic JV and the most commonly used. Auto-reversing, you can set a date to reverse the JV. And recurring dates. For the current fiscal year, you can select the dates you want the JV to recur on. And now I'll go over those three types. As I mentioned, the single JV is the most commonly used type, and all you have to do is click the radio button. Please note that some of you will only be able to create a single JV, and the other two options will not display. The second type of JV document is auto-reversing. Enter the date you want the JV to be reversed using one of the date options we covered previously. Restrictions for reversing a JV are: you can only reverse a single JV, you cannot reverse on the same day or in the past, you cannot reverse an already reversed JV. The third type of JV is recurring dates. Within the current fiscal year, select the dates you want the JV to recur on. Each time the recurring JV is posted to your ERP, the submission number increases by 1. For example, JV 0018-1, JV 0018-2, and so on. You can click Hide Calendar to make more room on the page and show the calendar again when needed. For quick reference, the recurring dates display. For the purposes of this tutorial, I am going to create a single JV. The transaction type is required, and you can select one from the list. However, I am going to use a default type of FT01. The items in this list are limited to your security access. The remaining fields are optional, however, I will fill in some of them. For the reference, you can use any combination of numbers and letters. Add a description about the JV. The document text field relates specifically to banner, is optional, and is used for information only. Click in the box to add comments, click outside the box to close it. After you have created the document header, you will notice these changes. A document number has been assigned to the JV, provided you did not enter one earlier. The accounting code section opens. The description from the header is inserted into the first field, and fields with a red asterisk are required by your institution. If you have been assigned the JV Advanced role, the Advanced View button displays. You will learn more about this in the next tutorial when you learn about adding the accounting codes. At the bottom right, there is a message displaying that says the document has no debit or credit values. At this point, you can continue and add the accounting information, but for the purposes of this tutorial, I am going to cancel this Open Accounting line to show you the icons that display only when the line is closed. The Add Line icon displays only when there are no open accounting lines, as does the Excel Import button. The Attach File, Document Notes, Approval History, PDF, Cancel, and Copy buttons always display at the bottom of the page. There are other tutorials that explain how to add the accounting information and what these icons and buttons are used for, including the grid height slider you see on the right.